Hey everyone, my name's Captain Jack and welcome back to Space Engineers. Welcome back to Colony Wars more specifically, as I'm actually in the Colony Wars world right now. Now this is a save taken directly after the latest episode you've seen. Although I've actually recorded next week's episodes ahead of time as per usual, I thought we'd come back to this save a minute, show you some behind the scenes extras, and talk more about the series and answer some of your questions. One of the main reasons I'm doing this is I keep noticing several questions by yourself saying, Jack, what's this? Why is this going this way? Why are you doing this? So I thought if I come into the world today, give you a bit of a tour of how the base currently looks, and I can answer some of those burning questions you have. It's kind of a little behind the scenes extra to Colony Wars, so yeah, hopefully you enjoy it. Anyway, let's take a quick tour throughout the base. So you'll know this as Watchtower Station, as it's come to be called. Obviously that's because the actual station part is merged into the asteroid. We obviously know this is where the station merges in, which is quite cool due to that fateful jump accident. It wasn't really a jump accident, but it was quite fun. And then we kind of built the Starbase inside the actual asteroid here. Now very recently in this session we actually had to repaste the whole thing, so you might notice some slight differences compared to the other versions of the asteroid. I can show you some of them. I don't believe we've dug out the whole thing yet. No, so here we go. Some of this isn't actually dug out, which is slightly embarrassing, so don't ask why. But yeah, a lot of this is buried away at the minute, and we need to dig it out again at some point. But yeah, I don't think the CIC is... Yeah, poor Finn's CIC is still buried. So yeah, that's kind of some of the behind-the-scenes extras you get to see here we've not shown off yet. And yeah, the base is on a tactical alert mode at the minute. One of the main things I wanted to talk about while I had you at the minute is actually the Vengeance. So you know, that is my main flagship I'm building. So let's go take a look. Quickly before we begin, note, if you do want to get this Welder on the Steam Workshop, you know can. The original creator of the Itri construction ship, that's Tadia, I believe his or her name is, they've actually created a specific Colony Wars version which uses the Decorative Pack DLC. So if you have that, you can go and download it, and it has this cockpit on it. It's basically a very much like this one, but it's by the official creator and isn't just slapped together by me. So yeah, if you want to go get that, there will be a link down below in the description. I highly suggest you do so. Anyway, let's take a look at the Vengeance. So this is my flagship, which is coming along very nicely now. I have to remember I've not actually, I've just recorded another segment of Colony Wars, so I've completed a majority of this now. So in this coming week, you'll actually see the Vengeance move a little bit. I've just crashed into the Pioneer. And now one cool thing I want to tell you about is a lot of people are thinking this up here is the bridge of the Vengeance. Well, I can actually tell you no, this is not the bridge. Although it technically is the bridge, it's not where the command of the vessel's going to be. Typically on starships, the bridge is a command vessel, but I based this ship and inspired it by Battlestar Galactica, whereas the command area of the vessel is called the CIC, which stands for Combat Information Center. That I can show you on the Vengeance. You may have seen me and Finn build it in the latest episode, so if I go in the airlock here, so you can see a lot of this is still being put together, and we go around here. I forget, none of the lights in here yet. This is the Work in Progress CIC. It's been expanded upon in the latest recording session, but this is where the vessel will be commanded from. And you can tell here it's got thick armor placing walls, it's impervious to breach almost. You know, it's going to be real hard to penetrate inside there, because it's under this amount of armor as well. Then sooner there's more armor being placed underneath here. So even trying to attack the CIC will be foolish, as no one can actually breach it. Yes, it's going to most likely be breached at some point, but it's not like I'm having a completely exposed bridge. I know many of you are worried about that when you saw the Vengeance here with its ISD style bridge, which isn't actually the design style, by the way, and thought, oh no, it's just going to take one drone and, you know, everything will be over. No. There is going to be an observation deck here, and then there's a lower sort of command bridge here as well, which is going to have a few windows in it. But no, this is not the main bridge and not a main con tower or anything like that. It's purely made there for looks, and obviously we've got PDC fire here as well. We are going to strip off the Bofors as they are not working properly in this pack anymore, which is a bit of a shame, but I guess we'll have to change them around at some point. Moving on from the Vengeance, if you want to pick up Venom's little ship down here, which is called the Odin, I think it's called the RCSP Odin, you can now do so. The link is down in the description, and you can go pick it up on the workshop. It is actually a vanilla version. The modded version has not been uploaded yet. I think we'll upload one this Friday, so you can go over and check it out. Is that Venom inside the ship? Yeah, it is. He's fallen asleep inside his own ship. So yeah, the modded version will be on the workshop very soon, so go and check that out. Now, some other cool, interesting facts about Colony Wars is obviously the Defender is sat here at the minute, and a lot of people are wondering what our plans are for the Defender. You can see me walk around inside a minute, we can go on a walk. Now, the idea is we are going to repair this at some point and use it as a functioning ship. And I know many are concerned, you know, are we cheating the ship in? Realistically, no. This ship is actually incredibly weak. Although it does seem, you know, big and bulky, it's actually super weak. A lot of the internals are made out of light armor, whereas the external is just, you know, it's kind of, this here is heavy armor. This is light armor, I think. Yeah, you go light and heavy there. So, you know, this ship is made like paper. It will get shot within 1 second. As shown in the cinematic, the laser managed to dice through it, so any amount of drone weaponry will kill this in a second. This is purely made to be a cinematic one, so most likely elements of this will be built off screen and therefore you won't see it. It's going to be used in one of the final battles, but it won't have that much heavy effect. That's even if we get it working. So I mean, looking on the bridge here, it does need serious amounts of work. And we've got flashing lights up here, other stuff not going so well, various tons of things we actually need to do on this ship to get it, you know, operational again. So that's something to focus on at some point. The Pioneer over here, I don't think this has got a purpose anymore. A lot of you are concerned like what's happening to the Pioneer in the series. It's just staying here for the minute. It might be used as a cargo sort of vessel in the future. I know I wanted to use it as like a salvage vessel, but I've got no plans for that for the moment. Now, over here, we do have Commander Kraz's cruiser. Now, this one did get a bit of friendly fire. It's all been repaired now. I don't think there's any more holes in it. No, it looks like he's patched it all up. Is there any holes inside still? Is he still trying to pressurize space? Nope, everything does look alright in here. So I guess, you know, Kraz managed to move by that dent in the ego there and actually get on with life. But yeah, that's his ship there. Now, I believe he'll be uploading this one to the workshop soon. Or it's already on the workshop. I'm not entirely sure. It might be still there. I'm not sure. I'll have to see if he's got it on the workshop. If so, I will link it down below in the description. But this modded version will be on the workshop soon, even so, as it is particular and special to Colony Wars. Okay, now one little bit of information I know you're dying for is the status on the Space Dawnbreaker. Now, I actually have some bad news surrounding this. As soon as I find the cave, I can tell you, but unfortunately I've lost it. Oh, there it is. So the Space Dawnbreaker version is actually no more. Sadly, when we repasted the entire asteroid field, we forgot to bring the Dawnbreaker with us. So we're going to paste it back in at some point in its unfinished state. Because we did get halfway through building it, but we haven't finished it since. And then it'll be put back on here so we can build it once again. But no, the Space Dawnbreaker version has been worked on much, simply because Ike, the main guy behind it, has been away quite a lot of the time. So therefore, we haven't been able to do much work on it. But hopefully it should be operational soon, as I know many of you are wanting to see that ship, because it's going to be cool. What I am quite proud about, though, is how the fleet has come together here. And obviously, we've got 2 Venom ships now. We've got Bash's Cheese Wedge over here, or Cathedral City, as I call it, as we're just calling it different brands of cheese. Now, his ship's coming along very nicely. I know I say that a lot, but it really is. A lot of engine power here. We do know, I think it lags the server when it moves, which is quite funny. I'm not sure if it will do this in a local world, but let's go and see. I invented his ship again. If he was here, he would be screaming at me. Let's just give it a quick shot. Let's turn on the sim speed. Yeah, as soon as the ship moves forward, for some reason the sim speed dips to 0.8. I'm not sure how he's built this or what he's done, but the server does not like it somehow. But it has got quite a few guns on it, so, you know, I'm quite happy at how powerful it is. And there we go. It doesn't want to slow down sometimes. There we go. So yeah, our fleet is coming together quite nice. We've got the Vengeance over here. We've got Bash's Cheese Wedge. This is the first time I'm actually driving it. Oh dear, I think I've burnt some armor plating off. So you may have noticed the gun wall has disappeared now. That was being built by Lur. Yep, it's gone away, and I don't think we'll bring it back anytime soon. Simply put, because, you know, it's kind of a waste of resources, and we've got some better defenses in form of ships now. We do plan on putting some more defenses around here, particularly here, on this asteroid and on that one as well. I believe Kraz and Bash were toying the idea of like defense satellites, so we can like put these orbs around various parts of the base and it'd be quite cool. So that may be something we do, but we'll have to look at that in greater detail. Now, I know a lot of you are asking, will most of these ships be on the workshop? Like I mentioned, some of the key ones are going to be on the workshop. The Vengeance will be on the workshop in about 2 to 3 weeks when it's officially and completely done. I know I said it's going to launch next week, but it's only some finishing details on there, such as a paint job, some internal lights, and some other features I feel like I want to put on there. So stay tuned, that will be coming very soon, and you'll be able to download them. There's actually a fun little Colony Wars collection via the Steam Workshop, which contains all our ships so far, including the drone team ships and my team ships. So if you want to go check out that collection, again, the link is down below in the description. Definitely go check it out, as I know many of you are wanting to go and explore the ships we use in the game. I know many of you are Space Engineers players yourself, so definitely if you can go and get a hold of these, then make it so. In the meantime, if you do want to continue to discuss Colony Wars in greater detail, then I urge you to come and join the Discord server. The link is down below. We actually have a dedicated Colony Wars chat where you can chat about all your theories, who Admiral Marcus is going to wind up killing, or who Jack's going to end up portraying this week. I don't know. You can come in and discuss all your fan theories of Colony Wars, and most of the cast are in there discussing it with you. So if you want to come meet some of them, hop into the Discord, as I think it's going to be fun. Now, I know one question was about putting guns on the bottom of Vengeance. I'm just reading these a minute. Now, don't worry, there are going to be guns on the bottom of Vengeance very soon. In the latest episodes, there's now a new cannon on the front here, and a couple of PDC weapons, and then they'll be decked the further we go back, which is quite cool. So don't worry, there is stuff coming to Vengeance, it's just taking a little bit of time, so don't worry, it'll be there very soon. Overall, I'm enjoying making a Vengeance. I know many think, oh, yep, it's taking you so long to make it. It's been enjoyable, you know, I've really enjoyed making this, because again, this is slightly bigger than a Dawnbreaker, and was such a fun ship to make, so I can't wait to see this in action. So far, its maneuverability is very slow, but don't forget, it is more of a dreadnought at the end of the day, and therefore isn't meant to be zooming around like Venom's escort ships, which you can see next to it. It is meant to be hard-hitting and staying in one area, dominating a battlefield. That's the plan, so that's what I'm going to stick with. The idea is they're going to have multiple cannons facing in all directions, And that's kind of what we've got going on so far. We've got a lot of cannons facing to the front here. We've got the broadsides, then we have some back guns. Plenty of weaponry that is going to allow Vengeance to dominate the battlefield. That's the plan anyway, and hopefully you can see it airing in Colony Wars this Friday and Sunday going forth. The series is wrapping up slowly now, we're coming to the conclusion, so make sure to stay tuned in the latest episodes. In the meantime, I've been Captain Jack. I hope you enjoyed this little bonus video today, and maybe I answered some of your questions about the series. If you do happen to have any more, feel free to ask some down below in the comment section, and I'll be sure to respond if I can. I hope to see many of you joining Discord, and can't wait to discuss the series in greater detail. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.